Recently recognized as one of 14 under 40 leaders in the entrepreneurship category of the Peak 2025 Emerging Leaders List, David Mill is the CEO and founder of SCELTA, a team of specialized operators dialing in construction operations and brands. David's background spans captaining a national champion varsity squash team, construction project coordination, and early age entrepreneurship. In 2 years, SCELTA has served 1,000 over 1,200 contractors, launched 12 construction brands, and powered $722 million in pre-construction developments. SCELTA's future is focused, address the 44% of time on site wasted searching for information and reworking preventable mistakes with SiteKick, an AI-powered tool as simple to use as texting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Mill to the stage.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I want to start with a quick show of hands. How many people have tried ChatGPT for a home improvement or a home renovation project? I know I have. Just the other day, I was trying to hang a Dyson vacuum inside of a laundry room, and my girlfriend can attest this. I'm not the handiest of people. So 40 minutes on ChatGPT and a few too many holes in the wall, but I had my Dyson vacuum hanging up there. Now, why do I say this? Many of us have tried ChatGPT, we've played around with it, but in construction, you just don't have the luxury to try things and break things. I mean, the stakes are incredibly high, and issues can cost you thousands of dollars. They can put you back months, and even worse, they can create serious safety hazards or violations on site and cause a lot of harm. My name is David Mill, and I'm the CEO and founder of SCELTA. And my team and I developed a platform called SiteKick, which gives you instant answers to job site questions, just like texting. Now, over the past 2 years, SCELTA has spent time boots on the ground. We developed a custom condo configurator where you could see your accuracy and scale of your future condo. So you could pick handles, cabinets, floor plans, you could change the floor color. Great. And then we created a real-time field management platform where you could track budget, you could track hours, you could track scheduling. We created a client portal where the builder and the customer could stay on the same page throughout construction so you know what was happening in your project. Created a virtual reality software where now you can walk into your home and you could see the surroundings, the Detroit skyline, exactly what you're going to build in the pre-sale phase. And then a map where we could track all new real estate developments. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, we've onboarded 1,200 users, we've done $700 million in real estate development, and really, by doing all that in the last 2 years, we were able to define the problem that we wanted to solve. Now, it hit me a few months back when I was standing with one of our site supervisors on a construction site. We're standing in front of this beautiful home, multi-million dollars. Now, he's been using our software for the past 6 months, and he's showing me his project and his budget and his schedule, and he's very proud of it, and I'm very happy for him. But I kept seeing guys walk from the construction site to the site trailer, construction site to the site trailer, construction site to the truck, construction site back to the site supervisor. And I was wondering, I know you have an espresso machine in the site trailer, but like they can't be going for coffee that many times a day. Well, it turns out they're going to check the site binder. Now, what is a site binder? Site binder is a stack of thousands of pages. So you have your specs, your drawings, your manuals, your finish selections, and that's what all the contractors have to reference to know what they're building inside of the unit. So I asked the supervisor, I said, well, we built you this field management software where you could find the drawings and you could find the answers. And he's like, well, Dave, I like using it because I got my iPad on site. The office likes using it because they got their big desktop monitors in front of them. But the guys on site, they got dirty hands, they're up on scaffolding, they're on ladders, they're underground, they're sweating. They don't want to pull out their iPad and start looking for the drawings, click, 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 and try to find them. They'd rather just stop the work they're doing, walk over to the site trailer, look at the physical prints and point and see, that's what I'm building. So I thought to myself, we still have a big problem to solve, even though we've built 7 platforms in the last 2 years. So we set out to basically decide that we needed to build something that was as easy as texting. And to further iterate this problem statement, we looked at the Census Worldwide global reports. And we found that 18% of time was spent searching for basic information. 28% of time was spent fixing mistakes that could have been avoided. This is called rework. Now, this was published by Procore, which is one of the largest construction technology softwares in the world. Many Procore users have actually switched over to SCELTA software, but that's a different story. And that's when I sat with my team and I realized, what if we could build some AI platform where we could simply just upload all the thousands of documents, text it, and get an instant answer to job site questions. And in true SCELTA fashion, a few weeks later, we had a fully working prototype. And that was called SiteKick. So SiteKick is simple. You can start a project, you can upload documents, and then you can text specific site questions and get an answer in seconds. It scans through all the pages, finds you the answer, finds you the section of the document that you're looking for, and then voila. So we wanted to take this a step further. We tried it in the field. And what does this look like in the field? Well, one of our early adopters, Young Electrical Services, were our first user. So we showed up to their site, we showed up with their pickup trucks, we showed up on the site trailer, we started walking around and saying, we have this new AI, and everyone ran away from us. So we promised them a pizza party, and they decided to use it. So we took the 972-page CEC, which is the Canadian Electrical Code. Now, every electrician has to reference this when they're doing large projects. Now, Young Electric works on commercial projects. They work on City Hall, they work on grade schools, and they constantly need to reference the CEC. So we sit down with them, we upload the CEC, and then we say, ask anything you want about this project. And then, they start trying to trick it. They ask very difficult questions, which, we don't mind a challenge, that's okay. But it wasn't until question 3 or 4 when it actually started getting the answer right. And then they had this grin on their face, like, And then they ask another question and it got the answer right, and the exact page of the document they're looking for. Now, these are 20, 30-year master electrician veterans. They need to know the answer, but the beauty of construction is that every project is slightly different. There's a slightly different set of drawings, and they relate slightly different with the code book. So they told us, they're like, well, Dave, if you guys figure this out, this is a tool that I'll be using every day, all day. So we knew we had something at this point. Now we're taking a 3-phase approach to building SiteKick. We're starting with text, textual documents. So we want to nail text, we want to master it, so that you can ask a question, and if the text exists in the documentation, it provides you the answer. It doesn't just provide you the answer, but it provides you the page and the highlight in the text that you're looking for. Next, we want to do photos. So we want to take photos of fixtures, photos of symbols, and we want to be able to create text and answers based on those photos. And then third phase is the holy grail of construction, which are drawings. So you want to be able to take DWG files, CAD files, BIM files, and be able to answer questions based on those drawings. And again, in true SCELTA fashion, we actually added a phase 4 yesterday. So we're sitting with one of our plumbing clients, boots on the ground, got about 50, 60 employees, and he started uploading the plumbing code of ethics, the plumbing code book, and he's like, Dave, this is gonna be a hassle. Every time I use a SiteKick project, I gotta re-upload all of my documents so I can train it to be and think like a plumber. Can't you just pre-program it or do what you guys do with your computers and just make it be a pro plumber for every project that I do? And that's when it hit us. We wanted not just to build a GPT, general purpose technology, we wanted to build an SPT, specific purpose technology. Now, I may have coined that term today, you have to ask Adam Castle, but I'm not sure. So we want to make sure that these trade agents are specific and industry specific. So not only will it read the site documentation, but it'll also read the trade's information. So text, photos, drawings, industry specific. So what are we going to be doing? Well, exactly what you see here. Spending time with our clients, boots on the ground, with our beta users. If you want to see what it looks like for yourself, you just visit SCELTA.ca. Unfortunately, our beta is full, but you can sign up for our next phase, which we're going to be rolling out shortly. You can visit us in our booth back there. You can meet Avery. I'm sure you get along quite well. Maybe get some photos, try out the software for yourself. And I just wanted to finish with this. We're in a room with very talented individuals, all working on AI. And if I've learned anything from the last 2 years with my team, boots on the ground, it's that those who can define the problem statement the best will come up with the best solutions. So the more specific we are, the better the outcome. Thank you, and I'm very excited for what we're going to build together.
Thank you very much.